Hello everybody, my name's Snow, and welcome back to Ad Infinitum. We've got one thing to do. Order our soldiers to death. Become the terrible lieutenant that everyone hates, or at least I'm assuming everybody hates. So it feels like. Unless there was another option somewhere on the table that it's fine. So it's fine, I'm sure. It's fine, it's fine. Yes, it's fine. Ooh. Yes, are we gonna see this, or what do you do? So my first reaction was to look back. I guess not. I don't think there's any danger. It's fine. No one cares.
Paul. Shoot yourself in the foot. Just do something. If you don't, I will. We'll be slaughtered out there. Listen to me. You've got to get out of here.
Okay. Thanks, Johannes. I knew we were the crazy ones.
No, that's nothing to do with it. I don't blame you for ratting me out. You didn't know any better.
What do you mean? What did you do? What did you do, Johannes? Is it the attic again?
Listen,
I doubt it.
Even Papa wanted me to come and get you. Papa spoke to me. Do you understand what that means? He must have heard it from the very top.
Heard what? What did we do? Just because we ordered the battle. What did I do? How am I really the war criminal here that I always knew I was?
Your damn uniform
Me was a
is
traitor.
meaningless. Your name is meaningless. And your death will be meaningless too. You really think you're better than me now? Just because they put those pips on your shoulder. They're running out of officers. And now they want to send us out to slaughter too.
Okay, so we're trying to save our own lives, our own skin. Ah, yep, okay, I didn't even start falling yet. We just teleported to the bottom of the ponds and rivers and really abnormally small puddles are really out to get us these days, aren't they? Surprised I'm not drowning in this. Any more harsh words that I need to hear? Any more interesting dialogue to add to the plot of the story? Of course.
I'm the traitor. We've all been betrayed.
What? I knew it.
This isn't about me or you. The lives of this whole company rest on your shoulders, Paul. And yours alone. Do you know what that means? Do you really understand?
Yep, there we go. Huh. Yep. Have a feeling. Know where this is going now. The three traitors that we were looking for earlier in the story, we're looking for their names. I think those guys were probably working under us.
Think about what I said.
And we're one of the traitors.
Make your own decision. For once in your life.
Yeah, nope. Okay, look, I didn't see anything. There was nothing there. I just figured maybe something I could pick up. No, of course not. Why would we do that? That would be incredibly unintelligible. Oh yeah, I'm going the right way, right? Ooh. What are you? Leichen and Tagback. Hello there. Hi, friend. Oh, you the general we betrayed? Are you brother? We didn't make the call. We went to war. Johannes, writing in pain on the wires. Eey. How you doing, brother? Oh.
Don't understand, do you? There's no such thing as half a victory! Not for us! A lunatic! The ancient enemy! Hysterical and spineless! A cowardly old cripple who sends his children to fight in his stead. A pervert who couldn't fight, for whom a merciful death was almost too good. Their never-ending suffering, their pain, that's what's in your blood. But you, you're even worse than them. The Great Lieutenant, your entire company. Why couldn't you at least have had the decency to die with the rest of them?
I don't know, bud. Who are you to us? Dad. Maybe. Maybe I'm missing some context. I forgot a note or something we read. None of this makes sense.
Why couldn't you at least have had the decency?
I mean, that part makes sense.
Die.
Sorta. So, I know I wasn't quite sure of the entire story, but we are in fact Paul. If you didn't notice. Ah, thank you. How nice of you. I don't quite wanna, but... German National Assembly, persons belonging to your household who will not be 20 years. I think we already read all of this. I don't know. I got an achievement. That's all I know. An achievement that said you read all of it.
There aren't any survivors here.
I'm sure I heard something.
There's no one here.
Shh! Be quiet. Over here! There's one here!
Heads up!
Mm-hmm.
What a runt. Throw him back in the mud. Maybe he'll grow a little. He probably doesn't speak a word of French anyway.
Shut up! You! Hands up, I said!
Uh-huh. Where are we going, everyone? Ah, very white screen. In a very dark room. Anything? Hello, everyone. How's it going? Oh, family. Everyone's happy. Totally. Johannes, how you doing? Mother, just as crazy as usual, I see. Father, kind of a dick, frankly. Mm-hmm. Hey, no. Oh, he is missing a hand. Just making sure. Just making sure. He's got a nice little wooden one. But, just making sure. Why is everyone looking at me? What did I do? Did I do something? I didn't. No, I'm perfect. I'm fine. Totally. That's just a little bit. Right. Thank you. Human dignity is invaluable. Violable. 20 million people lost their lives during the First World War. The never-ending suffering traumatized entire nations, destroyed families, and left people with physical and psychological scars they carried for the rest of their lives. That was a fun story. It was interesting. I've read a little bit about it. I wanted to stay away from most of the information about the game because I didn't want to spoil anything for myself. But almost every aspect of it had some sort of metaphor or something it stood for. Like the scene where we were going through all of the prosthetics, the legs, the arms, and stuff like that. It was a reference to Johannes. I do think it was, I mean, obviously you're not supposed, for games like this, you're not supposed to know everything that's gonna happen. You're not supposed to have an exact understanding of the story, because that rough understanding, that mystery is what creates the interest in it. But it was a little confusing. It was a little hard to figure out that we were even Paul to begin with. 5 main characters: Paul, Johannes, Mom and Dad, and dear old Grandpa. Now, I honestly thought he would play a much larger role in it, the granddad, because it seems like he's the one that caused the largest majority of the problems, but he didn't. That part was interesting. But, like usual, it was our story of psychological horrors, and it was a good game. It was good. I heard that it would be absolutely terrifying, but I guess I heard this from people that haven't played terrifying games, because that wasn't the scariest horror game I've ever played. And I was kind of hoping, although I hate scenes like that, I was kind of hoping we would see more with the Hungers. The Hungers were a very interesting part of the beginning of the game, and they introduced mechanics for us to play with them. So I thought maybe we would play with them a lot throughout the playthrough. I think this disproves that. There is a few parts I'm sure I missed, because there were areas where we made decisions, like when we were first in that white area with the big tall lady that had like 4 or 5 arms, the tree in the middle, or yeah, the tree in the middle, and how we had to go around, and it wasn't a switch as well. I don't know. I think I went red with the switch because I thought maybe it would kill the lady, but I don't know. But those were very clear choices. Like there at the very end, we were flipping switches. We could go for either green or red, and I'm sure there was a choice in that matter as well. Like if we'd gone with red, we would have killed off the Abomination, which was our brother, effectively abandoning the ideals of that family and the ending we'd come to. There's also how I went down the path of the hero, or I could have gone down the rat's nest. I'm very curious what would have happened if I had gone down the rat's nest, but that's for somebody else to play, because that's kind of the point. I'm here to play games for you guys, and I'm here to show you guys a new game so that you guys can have fun playing it with somebody. But if you're interested in the story as a whole, if you're interested in the game because I played it, now you can go through and play through those other lines of the story as well. I think it was a pretty good game. A very interesting story for, what year is it? 2024? 2023 is when it came out, so I guess I should say 2023. But very confusing. Yes, extremely confusing. I'm gonna be very honest about that. It took me until at least 75% of the way through or 75% of the game of the way through. English, something. To finally get a solid hold on what was actually happening and why it was happening. We were this person in our house having flashbacks of the war, facing PTSD in our home. Not to mention our family members are very radical. I mean, that's what adds to it a lot. Probably a lot of childhood trauma from those family members, with our dear old mother being so obsessed. Granddad being kind of a dick from what I could tell, but a war hero, but a kind of a dick. And dear old dad just pushing us to do this, pushing us to do that, acting as a wall in our life. It's kind of the whole point of this story. There's, like I said, deep meaning to every aspect of it. I'm sure you could take it apart and put a lot more to it than I could. I'm not very smart. As you can see by me doing puzzles, I spent way longer than you guys should know doing that wall safe in the main hall. What was that, like a living room? It took way too long doing that. Way too long. I'm not as smart as I wish I was sometimes, but I'm smart. But I'm not smart when it comes to puzzles. Of games like this. Some puzzles I'm fine with. Especially if it's a puzzle where you shoot things. Not much of a puzzle, but I can do it. I can speed it up just a little bit. I always like to let the credits at the end of the game roll so that the people that worked on it can have their due share. I always like when they put a speed up thing for it. But games these days are just have such large production teams, or have so many different aspects to them. That's why I like indie games so much. Their end credits are 2 seconds. Like I said at the beginning of this series, actually, I am not certain if this game is based off of a real story. It has I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of familiarity to it in some families' cases during World War I, but I don't think it's based off of anyone specifically. Very, very tragic times. I mean, we all know this. Everyone knows World War I. Everybody knows World War II. But anyways, without further ado, thank you guys for watching. That was Ad Infinitum, and on to the next series. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye! I didn't mean to do that. That's happening. We're just gonna suck it up and deal with it. Thank you. Bye-bye!